What up, my good people in the YouTube world? Yeah, you already know who it is, and you already know what it is. It's your boy B, the OutLIer, aka the voice of New York. How y'all feeling, man? It's the OutLIer podcast, man. Y'all made it back, bro. Y'all made it back. It's another week gone. My people, another week gone. You know, another week gone. Time is going by, y'all. Time is going and going and going. Is y'all ready? Is y'all ready? What were your plans? What have you done to get you closer? What have you done to get you closer? I mentioned an interesting thing yesterday. Very, very, very interesting thing. If you look back at what you did yesterday, my people, what are the chances that you was doing something that will push you forward in life? Meaning pushing you towards your goals. What are your goals, my people? You got to lay them out. You got to lay them out, man. You know, I do something every day called the scorecard. And the scorecard is basically your grade for the day. On that scorecard, we give you yesterday's numbers. We give you the month to date numbers. And I also have the numbers stored monthly. I have them quarterly. And I have yearly. We keep track of the meetings we have. We keep track of these KPIs. And it's just a diagnostic of the system at any point so that you can always tell which arrows you're pointing in. And sometimes you got to take those same concepts and apply them to life, my people. Apply them to life. So what are your ultimate goals? What were the chances if you just take a microscope or a camera and bring it into the past and record yourself at any random time? What are the percentages of the chances of you doing certain things? So if I was to look back at your life a year ago, what were you doing? Would it be a 70% chance that you'll be sleeping right now? Would it be a 30% chance of you doom scrolling? Would it be a 50% chance of you just shooting the breeze? What are your percentages, man? What are your percentages? And I bet you, if you go back and look at your percentages from the past, you're gonna see why you are where you are, my people. Why you are where you are. We're about moving forward, y'all. Moving forward. So we got 17 people in that check-in. Was good. Was good. How are y'all doing this morning? What y'all cats got planned for the day? We're going into the 4th of July weekend, man. Going straight into the 4th of July weekend. We got somebody on the check-in. Brother Tobias. Brother Tobias, what up? He said hi. What up, Brother Tobias? How you feeling, man? Where you checking in from, Brother Tobias? I like that name, Tobias. That's a cool name. Tobias. I like that name, yo. Where you coming in from, yo? What time is it? Where you are? And anybody in the check-in, you know? Come in. Let me know where you're coming in from. What time is it? Where you are? And what do you guys have planned for this 4th of July weekend? What do you have planned for this 4th of July weekend? I ain't got nothing planned yet, you know. I got a pretty big family. You guys would know that if you follow the page. Usually, play it by ear. Somebody would tell me, yo, this person having a barbecue. And I'd be like, all right, I'm going to go check the barbecue. We got Brother Tobias on the check-in again. He said the Rocky Mountains. Okay, Rocky Mountains, that's what up. The Rocky Mountains. Cool. What's the name play? Who's that? The Colorado Rockies. Yes, sir. I want to go to Colorado, check out the mountains over there. It's a little bit different than my area of New York. We do got hillsides and mountains, a little upstate New York. I went into the Poconos a few years ago. Well, not a few years ago, a few months ago. I went to the Poconos out there in PA, and I was driving over there looking at the mountains, and it's beautiful, y'all. It's beautiful. Kind of scary, but it's beautiful. Kind of scary, but it's beautiful, y'all. When you go into those mountains in the summertime on the fall, you see a lot of bushes, things like that. It's different than being in this city out here in New York. Definitely different than being amongst the still jungle. Now we call New York, man. The still jungle. And I like nature. We got somebody else on the check-in. They said they're coming from in New Jersey, straight out to my sister city. Shout out to my people in Jersey. What part of Jersey are you checking in from? Shout out to all my people in Jersey, Newark. Shout out to Newark. Newark, and it's funny, you know, Newark could officially, unofficially be a borough of New York City, son. Some people call it. You got the Radmans who came from out of Newark, Naughty by Nature. Is Joe Button from Newark? I think he might be from Newark. I don't know what part of Jersey he's from. I know my boy Shakur Stevenson, one of the illest boxers out. I know he is straight from Jersey. So shout out to all them brothers out there. He said Sayville, New Jersey. All right. I don't know too much about Sayville, New Jersey, but I'm sure it is official out there. I'm sure it's official out there. Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, man, I released a video on the page talking about the heat, man. It's gonna be hot, y'all. It's gonna be hot today. You in Jersey already know. Maybe in Colorado, in the Rockies, y'all don't gotta worry about this heat wave that's going on over here on the East Coast. But it's gonna be with the heat index approaching about 105. For the next couple days, 105, 110. Those are dangerous weathers, y'all. Dangerous weathers. Very, very, very dangerous, yo. So I put a video up on the page. Y'all could go check that. Speaking about some of the historical hot days that we had over here in New York. Also speaking about some of the things and what you can do to protect yourself from this heat. So one thing that I took from it is sometimes I could drink a lot of caffeine, man. Caffeine, things like energy drinks, coffee. But caffeine is a drug, y'all. Caffeine is a drug. We drink it on small levels, and it doesn't really affect you too much. But start abusing those doggone energy drinks or coffee, and you'll get a buzz. You'll most definitely get a buzz. But that buzz is a dangerous buzz, my people. It's a buzz where your heart gonna be pumping. You feel me? Your heart gonna be pumping. And there's been times where I drank coffee and felt my heart doing some weird things. And all I could do is say, Lord, please have mercy on my little heart. Have mercy on my little heart. Because sometimes you could feel that thing pumping. You could feel it pumping and it don't feel right, y'all. Definitely don't feel right. And when it's hot like this and your heart rate is going so hard and fast, your body has nowhere cooling down, you could overheat, bruh. You could overheat. Somebody asked me, my boy Roundtree, he asked me, am I on my way to work? That is a fact, my brother. I am on my way to work. I'm on my way to work. Yes, sir. On my way to work. But yeah, man, y'all gotta stay cool out here in this. Stay cool. I work in the office, so I am going to have AC on at the whole time. And I don't work outside. But for all my people who work outside, yo, please, please, please drink water, kid. Hydration. Drink some Gatorade. Drink something with some electrolytes. Something that will get your system on point. Because you don't want your body to start working against you. You definitely don't want your body to start working against you in this type of weather. And it will, kid. It will. I've seen people my age in their 40s, they struggling to walk up the steps, bro. Struggling to walk up the steps. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. You like this in your 40s, what you gonna be like in your 50s, son? What you gonna be like in your 50s? We got somebody on the check-in. My boy Juice, Jew 23 said, yo, was good, partner. What up? Where you coming in from, my man? Where's you coming in from? But yeah, you gotta take care of your body, man. Definitely gotta take care of your body. In situations like this, where it's gonna be extreme, on the East Coast with all this heat, all this humidity, the way you've been dealing with your body up until this point is either gonna be helpful to you or it's gonna be detrimental to you, my people. Helpful or detrimental. For a brother like me who got diabetes, of course, it's much, much, much easier for me to become dehydrated in this weather. So it's important for me to control my sugars in this type of weather, to make sure I stay hydrated, to drink plenty and plenty of water. No juice. Water, my people. Whole bunch of water. Or you could take a little bit of water, put a little bit of fruit up in there, and you'll be good, you know? Definitely be good. But check on your elders, man. Check on your loved ones, too, yo. Check on your loved ones. We got Juice on the check-in, said, yes, facts, sir. Facts, 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 facts. You know? Also, check on your loved ones, man. You know, check on your loved ones. It's just a sad reality in America that we have a bunch of people who spent their whole life working, y'all. Spent their whole life working, but then as they get older, they can't work anymore. They're depending on a check from the state, from the government. Many of them don't have ACs. Many of them are struggling in public housing. Those are the people you got to check on. Those are the people you got to check on. Because when you look at what happened over there in Europe, in France, this is what happened to them. Over 1,000 heat deaths, y'all. 1,000 heat deaths. That's based off of those facts. Based off of those facts, my people. So please, please, please check on your loved ones, yo. Check on them. You know, people with conditions like high blood pressure, be easy, be careful. You know, don't be out there trying to put strain on yourself, man. It'll be other days. It'll be other days, yo. You know, the work will be there. Don't kill yourself for no job. Do not kill yourself for no job. My boy Daniel on the check-in said, what's up? All happy Thursday. What up, Daniel? Chilling. Happy Thursday to you too, my brother. This is a Thursday that feels like a Friday. A Thursday that feels like a Friday, man. You know? So, yeah, I got a good day lined up too, man. You know? We are doing interviews. I'm going to be helping another department interview some people. They have a managerial, a deputy director. That's who we interviewing for. A deputy director for customer relations. Deputy director for customer relations. That I'm interviewing people for. And I come up here and talk about morals and stuff like that. But I'm going to be real with y'all on this one, man. I'm going to be real with y'all on this one. It do kind of feel good being one of the people that interview, because I'm one of those people that like to relate to people, might like to relate to people. So I'm cool, man. Cool to a certain extent. So I'll see people walking in the hallway, see you in the elevator, and no matter what your position is, you know, I treat you as an equal. I'll say hi to you. I'll say what's up. But there's people out there who think, just put themselves, like put their nose up and put themselves on a pedestal like they better than you. And I see it a lot with a lot of these young girls. So, you know, where I work at, I got seniority, son. Seniority. I mean, been putting in work since, you know, since 99, really. 99, 2000. Putting in that type of work, you know, and this year, what, 2026? So I had an internship for the first 5 years. Those didn't count. But when I came back, that started counting toward my pension. So I really honestly started having a pension at like 25. Started having my pension at 25. So, man, I've been working the system for 19, 20 years. And we have other positions where it's a job that we do, but we vendor it out to another company. And almost like once every 2 weeks or once every 2 months, we get a new class that come in. And these new class, you get people that come off the streets, young people. You get, some attractive, very, very, very attractive people, And what I'm noticing is that some of these girls or some of these young women who think that they so attractive, they put their nose up at people and act as if they don't have to say anything. Like they're doing you a favor by saying hi to you. But listen, man, America may place a lot of emphasis on the way someone looks and get rewarded for that. But not over here, son. Not over here, man. I'm gonna tell you how I look at stuff, man. Ain't no way, no little pissy tail ass anybody, man, woman, nothing, who ain't put in no work, don't got the level of respectability, ain't the triple OG. I call myself the triple OG. And damn near everything. I work over here on these streets, the triple OG. And the only way that you could get to that level is through time, through effort, taking wins, taking losses, learning the system. That only comes with time, yo. And there's no way I'm gonna let anybody jump all of that just because you think you pretty. Just because you think you pretty. Jump all of that and make me or make anybody who been putting in work feel like they gotta do song and dance for you to say something to them. Man, you better go on. You better go on. But when you do interviews and stuff like that, it kind of balances things out. Because now the whole thing is reversed, And like I said, I do think I'm a person of respectability. But at the same time, this do feel good to a certain extent. Seeing people who put their nose up against you now, they got to come to you. And it's like you finally reveal your face. And they like, oh, snap, this dude right here, this regular cat who's just sitting around talking and rapping on there, got some intelligence to him, got some power, can actually provide me with a job. And it's like, all right, don't do that to people, son. You say hi to everybody. You don't put yourself on the pedestal, and especially if you ain't never put in no work. If you put in the work, you still don't put yourself on the pedestal. But if you ain't put in no work, you damn sure got no justification for acting the way you act. You dig? For acting the way that you act. But that's the way I be seeing stuff. You know what I mean? I know there'd be some dudes out there who completely play themselves out of position, son. Like, I watched you go to college. I watched you put in mad effort, you know what I mean? Like, you a computer science major, you a doctor, you put in mad time and effort, son. Ain't had no sleep, you did right with your money, just for you to see some pissy ass girl in a skirt with a big booty, cute face, and nice breasts. Play yourself out of position, son, and just give it all up. All that stuff you work for, just for some looks, yo. That's the corniest, wackest thing in the world, son. That's the corniest and wackest thing in the world. But I'm just ranting. So we got my boy Jew 23. What up, my brother? You still on the check-in? You still with me? I like that, bro. What the 23 stand for? That's the day, the 23. That's the day that you was born in whatever month. Or is that your age, 23? What is it? What is it? 23. I wish I could go back to 23. I'm actually twice that age. I'm 46 right now. So if I could go back to 23, I would still be in college. I'd have told myself to focus, bruh. Focus, kid. Focus. At 24, I was, ripping and running. Doing some craziness at 23, man. Wasted so much time thinking there was something out there in them streets, thinking I was missing something. I won't missing nothing, son. Won't missing nothing out there. Ain't shit out there, son. Ain't nothing out there but trouble. Whoa, at 46, son, I see. Ain't nothing out there but trouble. Why, man? I could have done away with all them stupid ass experiences, man. All them dumbass experiences. I guess I was the type, you know, my parents used to always say I'm hard-headed. They say you don't believe doo-doo stink until you smell it. You don't believe S-H-I-T, smell, stink, they say, until you smell it. And that damn sure was me, man. I had to be out there on them streets, had to, you know, just fool around to the point where it just got tiring, son. It just got tiring. Definitely tiring. Tiring, yo. Tiring, it turned me into a tyrant. A tiring tyrant. You know? But that's all I got for y'all today, man. I hope y'all stay warm. Stay out the streets doing stupidness. Cause you know, you got a life. And as far as we know it, this the only one you get. As far as we know it, this the only one you get. So I'm about to go up in here, make me some green tea, and I'm gonna check y'all cats manana. And thanks everybody for checking in. I love y'all. Peace out, man. See y'all later.